Starting us off is Amnesia The Dark Descent, a game that redefined horror by stripping away your sense of control. Set in a dark, oppressive castle, you play as Daniel, a man suffering from memory loss, who must navigate through the castle's twisted corridors while being stalked by nightmarish entities. What makes Amnesia truly terrifying is its emphasis on helplessness. With no weapons at your disposal, you can only hide and hope that the monsters pass by. The game's sound design, filled with eerie whispers and distant footsteps, immerses you in an atmosphere of pure dread. If you think you're brave, Amnesia will make you think twice. Next up is Silent Hill 2, a psychological horror masterpiece that delves into the darkest corners of the human mind. You step into the shoes of James Sunderland, a man drawn to the eerie town of Silent Hill by a letter from his deceased wife. The game's atmosphere is thick with tension, thanks to the town's oppressive fog and grotesque monsters, like the iconic Pyramid Head. But it's the story that truly haunts you, exploring themes of guilt, grief, and the human condition. With its haunting soundtrack and deeply unsettling visuals, Silent Hill 2 is not just a game, it's an experience that lingers long after you've turned off the console. Until Dawn is next on our list, offering a cinematic horror experience where every choice you make has life or death consequences. Set in an isolated mountain lodge, the game follows a group of friends as they try to survive a night of terror. What sets Until Dawn apart is its branching narrative. Every decision you make can drastically alter the course of the story, leading to multiple endings. The game's use of jump scares, coupled with a chilling atmosphere, creates an experience that feels like you're in a horror movie. And with a cast of characters you can either save or sacrifice, Until Dawn keeps you on the edge of your seat, making you second-guess every move you make. Moving on, we have Resident Evil Village, a game that masterfully blends survival horror with intense action. Continuing the story of Ethan Winters, this installment takes you to a mysterious European village filled with grotesque creatures and deadly enemies. From the towering Lady Dimitrescu to the terrifying Lycans, every encounter is a test of your survival skills. The game's stunning visuals and intricate level design immerse you in a world that's as beautiful as it is deadly. But what makes Resident Evil Village truly stand out is its ability to keep you on your toes, never knowing what horror awaits around the next corner. Next on the list we have The Evil Within. This game plunges you into a twisted nightmare world where reality and hallucination blur together. Directed by Shinji Mikami, the mastermind behind Resident Evil, this game delivers a relentless assault on your senses. You play as Detective Sebastian Castellanos, who must navigate a world filled with grotesque monsters and mind-bending environments. The game's mix of psychological horror and survival mechanics keeps you constantly on edge, with limited resources forcing you to think strategically about every encounter. The unsettling atmosphere, coupled with a haunting soundtrack, makes The Evil Within a game that will stay with you long after you've escaped its nightmarish world. Visage is a slow-burn horror game that takes psychological terror to new heights. Set in a seemingly ordinary suburban house, the game quickly reveals itself as anything but ordinary. As you explore, you'll uncover the dark history of the house and its former inhabitants, each with their own tragic and terrifying stories. What makes Visage so unnerving is its unpredictability. Every creak, every shadow feels like it could be a threat. The game's oppressive atmosphere is enhanced by its meticulous attention to detail, making you question what's real and what's in your head. If you're looking for a game that gets under your skin and stays there, Visage is it. From the creators of Amnesia, SOMA offers a different kind of horror, one that's as thought-provoking as it is terrifying. Set in an underwater research facility, the game explores themes of consciousness, identity, and what it means to be human. As you uncover the mystery of what happened in the facility, you'll encounter terrifying creatures and face moral dilemmas that challenge your perception of reality. The game's atmosphere is thick with tension, and the story is filled with twists that keep you guessing until the very end. SOMA is not just a horror game, it's a deeply philosophical experience that will leave you questioning everything. Madison is a psychological horror game that plays with your mind and your senses. Armed only with an instant camera, you must solve puzzles while being hunted by a demonic entity. The game's eerie atmosphere is enhanced by its realistic visuals and unsettling sound design, making every moment feel tense and unpredictable. What makes Madison stand out is its ability to create a sense of dread without relying on jump scares. The game's puzzles are challenging, and the story is filled with twists that keep you on edge. If you enjoy games that mess with your head, Madison is a must-play. Outlast 2 takes you on a harrowing journey through a disturbing world of religious fanaticism and gruesome imagery. You play as Blake, a journalist searching for his missing wife in a remote desert community. The game's atmosphere is thick with tension, and the enemies are relentless, forcing you to run, hide, or die. The game's story is filled with dark twists and disturbing revelations that keep you on edge from start to finish. With its intense chases, horrifying story, and relentless enemies, Outlast 2 is one of the most terrifying experiences in gaming. And finally, we have Alien Isolation, a game that perfectly captures the tension and fear of the original Alien movie. You play as Amanda Ripley, daughter of Ellen Ripley, as you navigate a space station while being hunted by a relentless xenomorph. The game's AI-driven alien adapts to your tactics, making every encounter unpredictable and heart-pounding. The atmosphere of constant dread, combined with the incredible attention to detail, makes Alien Isolation a masterclass in survival horror. If you're a fan of the Alien franchise, or just love a good scare, this is one game you can't miss.